There are two important facts about chimpanzees being found in the Nyungwe forest. The chimpanzees help in seed dispersal when they eat the fruits. They defecate, leaving behind a germinated seed, which facilitates forest regeneration, and the old plants are replaced by the new ones. This is chimpanzees' role for the forest. On the other hand, the chimps benefit from food in the forest as they eat the fruits and leaves from different plants. Having chimpanzees in Nyungwe is like having a guard that we do not need to pay. The only help they need from us is to provide protection of their habitat and to know that they need to eat and live in a well-maintained and secured place.
The conservation community officers working in Nyungwe National Park held an essay competition. The topic of the paper, to provide ideas and contributions to the conservation of chimpanzees in Nyungwe.
So we asked you to give your contribution to conservation of chimpanzees. We asked you to write an essay on chimpanzee conservation. So can you tell us what you wrote?
I first talked about the beauty of chimpanzees, and I talked about the education of local populations surrounding Nyungwe. And I talked about putting into place community members in charge of helping protect chimpanzees, such as volunteer work assisting trackers or cleaning trails. I mentioned creating more conservation clubs for the chimpanzees and the forest. Many students want a more active role in conservation.
Okay, first of all, I mentioned that before conserving chimpanzee, we have to conserve Nyungwe as a forest. I mentioned also that people should conserve the environment, especially chimpanzees. I talked also about how the environmental club at schools can teach about chimpanzees, how we should fight against tree cutting and fire, and fight people who put fire in the forest, and in short, that's it. Thank you.
I started my paper by mentioning the value of chimpanzees and how important they are. I also spoke to the idea if local people could protect chimpanzees by staying out of the park. Also, fighting against fire and tree cutting is important because the trees are the chimpanzees' home. I also mentioned the rules set by the trackers and guides for visiting the chimpanzees. You must be quiet and not walk with the chimpanzees when you are sick. Also, we can fight poaching by reporting poachers to the authorities.
Winners of the essay competition join tourists on a chimpanzee trek. When visiting chimpanzees, be safe that you are not sick, that you wash your hands before a trek. Also very important is to not litter. Never leave anything behind in the forest.